Why is phrenology machine history often misunderstood? Imagine walking into a fair and seeing a strange device with wires and dials that claims to tell your personality just by measuring your skull. That's a phrenology machine. Now, these machines seem odd today, but their story is full of surprises. Many people think they are just silly gadgets, but the truth is more complex. Phrenology machines, like the psychograph from the early 1900s, are often misunderstood because they come from a practice that was once popular but later proved to be false. They mix science, entertainment, and a bit of showmanship, which makes their real purpose hard to pin down. Phrenology started with a man named Franz Joseph Gall in the late 1700s. He believed that the shape of your skull could reveal your personality and mental abilities. Gall thought that different parts of the brain controlled different traits, and that bumps on the skull showed which parts were more developed. People loved the idea because it sounded like a quick way to understand someone. They would feel the bumps on their heads or others' heads to learn about their character. But scientists soon found that Gall's ideas were not based on solid evidence. His claims relied on stories and guesses, not controlled experiments or scientific proof. In the 1900s, inventors created machines called psychographs. These devices used metal wires and circuits to measure the bumps on a person's skull automatically. The machine would take 32 measurements and then print out a personality profile. The results were often vague and easy to interpret in many ways, similar to how a fortune cookie gives you a general message. People thought these machines were high-tech and scientific, but they were really just automating a pseudoscience. They produced printed statements that sounded meaningful but had no real basis in science. One reason the history of these machines is misunderstood is because of their popularity. In the Victorian era, many believed in phrenology as a way to learn about people. It was used in some legal cases and social settings. But by the mid-1800s, scientists had shown that brain functions do not work like bumps on the skull. The idea that skull shape could tell you about personality was proven false. Still, the machines kept popping up in fairs, doctors' offices, and even malls into the 1930s. They became a form of entertainment, like a carnival game, rather than a serious science tool. Another confusing part is that some ideas from modern neuroscience seem similar. We know different brain areas do different jobs, but not by feeling bumps on the skull. This partial overlap makes some people think phrenology was a real science. Plus, the mechanical process of measuring skulls and printing profiles makes the machines look more advanced than they really were. They were just automating a pseudoscientific idea, not discovering new truths about the brain. Did you know that despite being discredited, phrenology machines were still common in the United States until the 1930s? They appeared in fairs, doctors' offices, and shopping malls, serving as early entertainment and self-discovery tools. This mix of science and show business is part of why their history gets misunderstood. They are symbols of a time when curiosity about the brain was mixed with entertainment and marketing. So, the story of phrenology machines is misunderstood because they are part of a strange chapter in science and culture. They show how people once believed in ideas that seemed scientific but were actually wrong. They also reminded us how technology can be used for fun, even if it's not always based on facts. Their legacy is a mix of scientific curiosity, social fascination, and eccentric inventions that still capture our imagination today.